the value of being here. Only days, weeks after the so-called election, and it is not possible for somebody living outside of this country to get the mood, the feeling, what is going on right now in the great USA, the leader of the free world up to now, what the mood is, how the conversation is, how our grown-up Q generation shifts already. I call them the assimilator, and it is already scary, okay? But we have to accept that. And that's why we need the entire world who watches this to pay attention, because over here it is not possible to get the real. And I will tell you why that is, and this is why it's so scary, the grown-ups, those, live in the neighborhood and they still don't quite get it, okay? So, but why I'm appealing to the broader, the global community, because what I'm doing is really straightforward, okay? We have an entity that has grown over decades, grown into what I now call TED, Fox TED, the Black Sun, and this, I had to give him some kind of an identity to make it whole, and now you can actually backtrack these steps, and you see, no, this guy doesn't make it up. That's really where it comes from, and that gives me the only confidence to have this conversation. And so now when I look at this, and it is so obvious, and I can more and more show it through pictures and images, and show through the sheer mass of pictures and images, which then converts into energy, which gives it then where the power is. And you allow this power to take over the old power, which is the old democracy. And you grab your head and say, this can't happen. This can't happen, just as I said, with the cancer. This is as bad as a cancer is. And now we just cannot, ignore it. The cancer, you cannot negotiate even this. And we must cut it off before it takes over the body. And when I say that it takes over the body, these are the philosophies, the think we had up to that point, and everything will totally change. Leader of the free world will be the partner of the menace of the free world. You see, that's instant. That is instant. And from there on, it's just a matter of step by step. But you cannot reverse it. Once he has the power to the military, that's where the power source is, that's where the energy is. It cannot be reversed. Okay, you can 4 years later. No. It won't happen like this. And so now it brings me to these simulators like this MSNBC, Microsoft, NBC. Okay, these are big corporations, and we know what corporations are and do and how they treat employees. And this talkhead, who now simulate very quickly, like this morning, this morning show guy, and they have this guy on, it's hard to predict the future, the next 4 years under Trump. Is it really? You see, they still don't get it. They still do, they only try to kind of twiggle into, they're now an oligarch. They already talk like an oligarch. They're nicely in there, keep the tone down about the Führer. They certainly don't make jokes anymore. And when we 3-4 years ago discussed how disgusting this individual is, I mean, everything we talked and we joked, it's impossible. And they just joked and never did anything about it, just joked about it. And here we are. And here they keep joking about it, and they're just not on top of things, okay? They certainly don't report the real, okay? How can they? They're still part of it. So we have to accept that. But in general, that's why the international community has to step up, because these people are so in the stew themselves. And, I still live here now. And the mood, I feel, it's ready to explode, because, like, I have this mama, let's call him Charlie, I know. He is one of them grown-up Q generation, and, he has everything figured out, But even this he had figured out, that now it didn't happen now. And you see, they just never were aware of what's happening. And now it bites them in the ass. Because You see, they they, uh, uh, they don't know what causes this. Like the other day, I met a young grown-up Q, and he said, what do you think of Trump?" And you know what he said? "Oh, I certainly like lower taxes." He thought Trump would give him, this is just a working stiff, okay, would give him lower taxes. And that's one of the reasons why he would vote for Trump. I said, really? That's it? See? How can you cannot have a conversation with these people? They don't know what's going on. Well, they're fired. Trump lowers taxes, and the Democrats, the perception half of the Democrats, like the demons, where does it come from? I have not seen one devious thing the Democrats did over as long as I remember, except they're not effective. But why do these people come up with these? They're devious and they drink blood and all that, you see. That's corporate media creation. These are the simulators now, like at MSC. They start to adapt, they start to speculate next 4 years, and the guys say, well, we know it never will come out the way we expected it to come out. They expected it to come out, have expectation from this, anything else, then what will happen? See, they have everything forgotten. They have everything forgotten. And then you have to understand, this is now the Führer. This is the guy who makes policy. This is this, we drink bleach, so we drink bleach. And everything, this is forgotten. Everything this guy has ever presented now is forgotten, and everything is built on that now. He has the power. And that, to me, is part of my mind. And this is the people who not live in this country cannot comprehend. That is what I mean now. American exceptionalism has hit the fan. They're so fucking dumb. They still don't know that their arrogance of thinking, and we are better than everybody else, and we have it all figured out. And no, it couldn't happen here. And they have this concept. Everything except the real. And they still don't know that the concentration of money and power all in the 100% now, they still don't get that. And they're still part of it. And they still babble out like these MSC talk heads, you see. They're very superficial. They are an epitome of the grown-up Q generation because they always mislead the public in the benefit of who pays their salary and who puts the advertising on their network. You see? It's all, they can't change that. This is so close together. And that's why these are phonies. This generation Q and this supposed to be liberal network, they're phonies. Get rid of them too. They do not give you the real. And only now we need the real. And when I say we need the real, just compare what will happen if Ted gets the power, and the instant shift of energy from positive to negative. Everything that was here instantly switches, like in Germany, okay? The hate comes out, the foreigners have to go, the Americans, we have funny Americans here. Yeah, I know a guy near here, he hates the people from Alabama. He's one of those grown up, he's an American, he hates the people from Alabama. You see? And so we have this underground tension of this American mentality. They don't like them, they don't like them, they don't like them, they don't like them, they don't like everybody, nobody likes. That's why when that young kid on MSNBC a couple of days ago said, high tech has created a place for loneliness on the internet. Hallelujah. Is that so unreal? Yes. And now we have to get out of this loneliness. Everybody here is lonely. Everybody. Grown-up Qs, even though they know what I'm talking about. And they probably sit at home, twiddle the finger, and they know. They just don't know how to help. Imagine this Tucker Carlson, the guy from Fox. He publicly said everybody who is not in favor of Putin should be considered a traitor. That's a Fox guy, okay? And then you know what kind of dismal thing that thing is as a family man, as a father. These are nothings. These are worms. He had to try to get help to sneak his son into a fancy college. What is the performance here, man? You see, and these are the guys. These are the guys who do shortcuts the entire life. Trump, a phony fucker like this brings it here, and now we consider giving him the power to the United States of America and throw everything away for this piece of shit because the corporate media just was part of this fucking scam. And yes, you know all these things, you still know, and you have to accept now the responsibility. And the owners, you know, they even know that. See? They just keep puzzling along because we can't help ourselves. What a pathetic fucking attitude you have when the whole nation is going down the sack and the whole world goes with it and you still don't get it. You American people are fucked up. I mean, you're pathetic. I mean, just look at what is at stake.